All right. So I did have to get rid of stuff so I can organize here. The flowers just respawn quickly. Oh, I forgot I moved the eggs there temporarily.
Just so you know, I've got some new goods at the store.
That's fine. Oh, hold on. Never got rid of this area. Yeah, because I don't need that there. I'll leave the eggs there. They're gonna go away soon anyway. I did organize this a bit. This part I'll decorate just so it doesn't look as bad. But yeah, so the garden, the berry bushes, there's the dream fruit trees, there's the fruit trees, and then here's all the kiosks or stalls, that's what they're called. And they look nice here. And there's Beast's garden next to Scrooge's shop, which is next to Daisy's. And I figure Daisy's is good here because it's a corner piece. I just will have to get to the back.
Oh, this valley is swell.
We have Pride Rock and Scar's Elephant Garden. This I didn't have to do too much. But yeah. Oh, let's get this out. And I can sell the vanilla stack of books. Alright, Goofy, let me sell you some vanilla.
Sunshine feel nice?
I could have picked another and gotten more money, but I don't need to right now. I am doing this quickly because this is going to be a rant. Alright. First of all, yeah, when I realized I had to clear out everything here just to organize it, and really? Another shard pops up.
Hey, everyone around here is so nice.
Let me catch you. There we go. There was a chest here that I had to open. In fact, let's just fade over to that. Yeah, I know. Oh. So as I fade, what I should do is just go into my place, but I'm fading anyway. As you see, I opened the chest and, well, you saw what I got was that bag. And I cleared out that area and everything. But now it's time for my rant. So I had made the one video showing that you did not need to worry. Gameloft wasn't gonna flag you or ban you just because, you know, they weren't gonna do anything just because you do Valley visits. It was only for those that, oh yeah, let me switch over to this. It was only for that, those who did what were known as treasure valleys, where people hacked the game. You know, they glitched it somehow, they found a way, and these were items that were not meant. Oh, be quiet, Flynn. These were um, based on what. Oh, you know what? I don't even have to be in this game if I'm gonna explain what happened. So let me just save and quit. So valley visits are fine. What's not fine is treasure valleys. These are items that Gameloft said was not allowed, because it was, I don't know if it was hacked or somehow glitched before they could patch it up. Those items, people found a way to keep cloning items so they would not lose any items, but they could get as many items as they wanted. Now, hold on. Let me. Okay. So they can get as many items as they wanted. The problem with that, however, is they weren't doing it the right way. If you want to get fruit, you pick the fruit. If you want to grow crops, you grow the crops. What you don't do is find a cheat code, as it were, and use that. First of all, this is casual gameplay. That you can speed run all you want, but it's casual gameplay. And using cheat codes to get infinite of everything is not how Gameloft wants you to play. So these people that, players as they were, they're not even real players because they can't play the game without cheating, right? So they got infinite items and they would open their valleys up to help others cheat. That is what Gameloft was curbing. What they were saying no to. So if you went to a treasure valley or if you hosted a treasure valley, then they would flag you. Then they would tell you, sorry, you can no longer do valley visits. We are turning the Wi-Fi off on your game because these items you have are not legal to have in this game. That's where the scare started from, is these people would go to treasure valleys, on purpose to get all, infinite items. And all of a sudden, their systems would be flagged. They would be listed as, since I never got one of those, all I know is that they notify you through the mailbox in the game, where you get the notifications. Oh, Star Path is starting, or when you finish a character quest, the character will send you a letter, that mailbox. Anyway, they would give you a notification stating because you did something illegal in the game, they'll also flag you for inappropriateness, meaning if you have a design that's not family friendly for whatever you have. Yeah, the same company that doesn't believe in pants. Okay, it's just the touch of magic. They have shirts and dresses. They just don't have shorts, pants, You can design a hat, but you can't design pants. So the characters or the mannequins in Daisy's shop, if you want to share your designs, they go pantsless. Anyway, so what happened was people were freaking out, saying that they're getting banned. Why? because those that hosted treasure valleys or went to treasure valleys, they would get flagged. And then other people, they may not know that they had treasure valley items because friend or family, someone they trusted, would have these treasure valley items and just give it to them, lend it to them, because at the time before the flagging, it wasn't, it wasn't flaggable, as it were. And the only way Gameloft finds out is if you do the valley visits and transfer. Either you end up with the treasure valley item, or during the valley visit, they have the treasure valley item and it's noted. So on the Dreamlight subreddit, they kept freaking out. I made my video so I can show them that there's no need to say that all valley visits, even with friends and family and just helping out others, is not illegal. It's the treasure valleys that get you flagged. Well, I typed in, let's go here, especially if it's simple fear mongering. I know 5 players. I personally know 4 of them. Neither they nor anyone, I know it says not. Blame autocorrect. Autocorrect doesn't know English. Anyone they know have experienced Gameloft's ban. Then again, none of them have visited treasure valleys, nor have they received any treasure valley items. Because the subreddit was full of people, saying the sky is falling, that Gameloft is banning just anyone, even if they started their game and never valley visited, that Gameloft is banning them, claiming that there's treasure valley items, or that there's illegal items. They didn't state treasure valley because they didn't want to give out why they are getting banned and why they are telling everyone to rise up against Gameloft, because they didn't like that Gameloft was keeping them from cheating. Well, as you see, it's been removed by the mods, by Dreamlight Valley mods. Why? This post comment, I think this was a comment in one of those fear-mongering posts. Anyway, is removed due to rule number 2, frequency guidelines. Posts which approach a topic from new angle or other something new, or offer something new to the discussion, are allowed. A post may be removed if it covers a topic from nearly the same angle as an existing post. Frequently posted questions and topics will be removed. All right, so according to this, I'm not the only one who commented that Gameloft is not banning people. Obviously, Gameloft subreddit didn't mind all those posts fear-mongering, saying Gameloft is banning everyone just for having a valley visit. Activate your valley visit once and you're automatically banned. No. Those posts managed to stay. This was the first of those that I put in. I did put in a second on another of those posts where I said, come check out my YouTube video and you'll see that I have no fear and I have not been banned. It's been months, and they removed both of them, mind you. So the Gameloft subreddit was already upset that I was telling people not to believe that Gameloft is out to get them. Well, click, going slideshow here. So let's see what happened. I was on Gameloft's mods radars the first time around because, well, I stated I don't know why I was banned from the state of Florida after I submitted my Dream Snaps entry, which happened to be an outfit challenge where it says to dress in looks that are inspired by Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, right? So far, there's nothing that would ban me from Florida. This was from a year ago. That tells you how long Gameloft has been looking for a reason to ban me. Click. And this is the submission I showed. Yes, I was making a joke because at the time, Florida was screaming, "Don't say gay, Bill." And, well, because the Dream Snap was to dress like Mickey and Minnie, and there's nothing that would allow me. I'm a male. I say I don't wear dresses. You just watched me as I wore Alice's dress for quite a few videos. Anyway, females' outfits and even some of the males' outfits don't really look good on me. Actually, I guess the male outfits might, but the female dresses and skirts, they're not made for a male's body. So, just for fun, it says to dress like Mickey or Minnie. Minnie gives you a costume, her outfit, at the end of her level 10 quest. She doesn't give you a Mickey outfit, and there are others where they give you the female version, but not a male version. Any that gives you a male version also gives you a female version. But any that give you a female version, not all of them give you a male version. Because of that, I figured, all right, I will dress like Minnie. I darkened my facial hair just to make it noticeable. Because I'm having fun here, playing our way. And I added the earrings, just to go with the outfit. And then I threw on the fairy wings just because, what are they, Dreamlight wings or whatever? Just because they look cool. And the Dreamlight Valley subreddit mods, they actually canceled, saying that I was breaking one of their rules. And so they removed my post. And I'm thinking, okay, the reason they removed my post is because I was dressed in drag. That tells you who these mods are or what kind of people these mods are. Well, apparently, after I said, okay, I understand you guys are that way, you're anti-pride, in which case I suppose this isn't the right subreddit for me. I'll look for one that is more Disney friendly. Well, then all of a sudden I got a notification that I reached 50, or it was just before I reached 100 likes on this, which means they must have felt, ashamed of getting rid of it, or they decided that they didn't want me to bring in the ACLU or whatever. I wasn't going to sue them, I was just gonna not, it says join. I was going to unjoin the Dreamlight Valley subreddit. Okay, click. Another thing that irked them. I said, yep, it's a controversial topic of Star Path rewards. Showing this article where it talks about sharing their thoughts on Reddit, one user asked the community, does anyone else no longer enjoy these star paths at all? Well, there's been a lot because of the dream snaps. For the longest time, instead of staying on the theme of the dream snaps, people decided it's all about tags. You have to dress in as many of those tags as you can and then fill an entire area with decorations using all those tags, the ones that are listed for the dream snaps, and leave no space unused, and then take a full screen, the full thing, so don't alter the size of the photo, for tall or square or, and that's how you get the most moonstones. And then you had people that would complain that they submitted something and they only got 2,400 moonstones, not even 4,000. Yeah, a lot of people, well, as I said, I know players. I only know specific players personally. And 4 of them that I do happen to know, me included, we would get 300, 600, 900, 1,200. And we were fine with that. Why? Because we submitted, people could have seen it. At the time, I didn't even realize how the voting was going. That, once again, there was a catch to it. It's not everyone gets to vote. It's Gameloft goes through the submissions, while they're there, removes any that they think would be, inappropriate. And then their favorites get shown over and over. So when you go to do the voting, it shows you a lot of the same photos over and over. Now, some of the people who submitted to Dream Snaps, they would copy from what they see on social media when people share theirs. They would say, oh, and this person has a lot of viewers, a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, so I'm going to make an exact duplicate of theirs so I can win over 4,000 moonstones. It doesn't matter. Yes, this is going to be a long rant, and I'm getting to the point soon, hopefully. Anyway, so there were a lot of people complaining when they got, if I got 2,400 moonstones, I would be ecstatic. That's a lot of moonstones for just a simple submission. And yes, I would keep it on theme. I would not worry about tags, except for making sure I have enough to submit. I would not worry about empty space. I would not worry about the framing, keeping it the fullest of the screen. No. Instead, I would do a theme that I thought fit, or, I would do a submission that I thought would fit the theme and that I thought was creative. Those are the same ones that I would vote for. not the ones that look like mine, but those who you could tell were being creative and keeping on theme and would tell a story just by looking at it. If I saw a submission and it did not remind me, if it did not seem like the theme at all, if I could not understand what they were going for, then I would not vote for it. I should do that. I should actually make a video where I do the voting so you can see and I can explain what I like and what I don't like about these submissions. Well, again, that one, the Dreamlight subreddit mods got mad at me, you know. Now, I submitted fun stuff as well. Don't worry about it. I will probably show those at some point, but I am banned from posting, commenting, replying. The only thing I can do in the Dreamlight subreddit, because I've been banned, is either upvote or downvote. Well, that's not why people read it. Well, I guess some people might read it that way. You can let me know in the comments if that's why you do subreddit, is just to hit the upvote, downvote. But I do it to engage with people. I did Reddit just so I can find people with similar fandoms, you know, with the same fandoms. And that way we can have discussions. Oh, click. So then I did, this is what got me banned. So then I did a vent about dream snaps. And this is basically what I had posted was I tried to submit for the Personal Oasis Dream Snaps Challenge. However, after using the tags and setting up a scene I encountered, and it shows that it doesn't have enough tags. 0? Perhaps it's because I wasn't shown in the photo. Let me try this again. Since it's not an outfit challenge, I'll simply, I took myself out because I wanted to show the scene, not me. And check if me being in the scene was not the issue. Yeah, because I was venting, I sort of had some words out of order, I see. Anyway, and then it shows there, I did a nice scene and still not working. That's strange. Let me try something else. Perhaps I put in too much. And it went on to show the different tactics I tried just to get my Dream Snap to submit. This was for the Star Pass, mind you. And so I needed to get the Dream Snap in just to continue. And eventually I decided, anyway, so I was trailing off again. So the Dreamlight subreddit said, no, we removed this because it involves your submission. No, it doesn't. The game, the game didn't let me submit, so I ended up not doing a Dream Snap for that, and instead waited for the following submissions. How I ended it was, I'll try again for the next Dream Snaps theme. So my submission was not in there. It's because I said it was Dream Snaps that they decided, oh, it's a submission. Well, when that happened, I went to the Dream Snaps because it gave me the option of reposting into another subreddit, something that they removed. So I clicked and had it shifted over to the Dream Snaps, but then instead of vent about Dream Snaps, I edited the title so it says that the Dreamlight Valley subreddit won't let me post. Oh, and click. So at the end, when I finally had enough, I said, "What the censored?" Yes, I did type in censored like that. Is going on. I give up. I'll do the Dream Star Path task for the next one, meaning the next Dream Snap, which I did successfully get. Oh, and I ended up with 4,000 moonstones, just to let you know. Not that it matters. Oh, yeah, and little did I know the challenge that awaited me with that one. Yeah, and so there's a story there as well. And in fact, this is why I had posted the event in the first place. Someone actually said, Dream Snaps don't work in the Oasis, and you have to move or build somewhere to submit it. There are several posts about this already. Well, I didn't think to check if anyone was having issues. No one told me about that. In fact, I believe one of my friends did do a submission in the Oasis and succeeded, so I was not aware that this had changed. So I said, now I know for next time. I was originally going for the Oasis waterfall and pond to be included in my submission. Because the Dream Snaps theme was personal oasis, I figured, having a waterfall and pond, a natural looking one in my submission would be great. It would add to it. Have this show a nice fishing area and... Oh, I guess I can't click. Well, back to my rant face, I guess. Anyway, so I did that, and then I made a post about not understanding why my venting about the Dream Snap submission not working in the Oasis was removed, and that the mods said that it was due to a Dream Snap submission, but there was no submission. So then that one got removed. Me asking or mentioning that I don't understand why the first one was removed. So that one was removed. Okay. I've had it with the Dreamlight subreddit, and I posted. I will make 9 more posts, and then I will leave the Dreamlight subreddit. This is getting too much. I'm getting too frustrated with it. And I put in parentheses, this subreddit, not the game. I still enjoy the game. Well, they removed that and banned me. I didn't know I was banned. All I know is they removed it, and I said, whatever. I was just going to post the 9 things that I had waiting to post. That I was going to post on a weekly basis. Or, no, I was going to post them all the following week after I had calmed down. But still, I figured, whatever, so they removed that. I go to make my post, which was... Oh, yeah. It was a fun one. I think it was it the fresh catch of the day or... Oh, no, I'm too lazy to go out fishing. There was a glitch in the game, a bug, where it had a fishing bubbles area inside my house. And so I was going to post that with the title, "I'm too lazy to go out fishing today. I think I'll fish inside instead." Well, I typed that up. I made the post. I hit to post it. Nothing. I click again. Still nothing. I'm not sure what's going on. So I refreshed, recreated that, clicked, and that's when I noticed the words, "You are banned from posting in this subreddit." And here I am. Okay, so I can't make any more posts. All right, that's fine. I can now leave. On my way out, because I was about to, I clicked the unjoin for the Dreamlight subreddit, and something caught my eye. Someone was asking about the well signs not being there. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I heard of that. Someone didn't have a character, or they weren't really in that area. They haven't unlocked it or something. I don't remember what the case was. And so I went to comment to them that I've heard about it and here's a possible solution. Nope, wouldn't let me comment, because when I clicked, "You are banned from posting," and so posting includes commenting, replying, responding. All right. So, as I said, I am banned from the Dreamlight subreddit. I looked to see if there were any other Dreamlight subreddits. Of course, there's the Dream Snaps, and then there's the Boutique. But neither of those would work for, just generalized questions about the game, or comments, or fun posts like I used to do. In fact, I recently took a screenshot of me standing while gathering the purple eggs. I found out that I was standing inside the book in the Toy Story realm. It just happened to be. And so something like that I would share with the title, "I'm really into this book." But there's no way for me to do that. So I'll just have that photo. I'll save it on my computer, because it's still a fun photo and I can still title what the photo is. No problem. Unfortunately, there is no Valley Visit subreddit. When I did my Valley Visit YouTube video, the one testing if I would get banned, which, as you saw, I did not get flagged or anything. And I did have a lot of strangers show up in my valley, and they did stuff, and they left stuff, and took stuff, and nope, no issues whatsoever. I did that by posting the code in the Dreamlight Valley subreddit. And like I said, I don't do social media. I'm not going onto Facebook to do that. I don't have a Facebook account. I don't have a Twitter or X account. I don't have an Instagram account. I only have, for social media, if you call YouTube social media, which I don't count it, I count it as streaming. And then Nextdoor, which I am really not on. I'm not interested in social media anyway, especially with all the drama it brings. And then Reddit. I still have a bunch of subreddits that I belong to. Now that I've talked your ear off for, getting close to 40, we're going on 45 minutes. This was the rant, which explains why I said that I would do another video. I just have no way to do that video. You know, I can only share my code with total strangers if there's a way to do that, which unfortunately there isn't now that I'm banned from the Dreamlight subreddit. And that's the only thing that frustrates me about it. Well, two things. I can't post the fun screenshots with funny captions, and I can't organize Valley visits, meaning have them come to me if they need something, or me go to them, either way. If I need something, nope. Can't do that anymore. Like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell. End of video.